Avon and Somerset Police have granted extraordinary access to the force's inner workings in a three-part documentary series that's been dubbed the real-life line of duty.
Yes, the four-year project followed the anti-corruption unit as it looked at cases of alleged police misconduct, like in the following clip, in which a mother with her young child is pepper-sprayed by officers whilst the anti-corruption team assess the footage. Well, the Independent Office for Police Conduct says the arrest was justifiable, proportionate and necessary, although the woman has won a payout from the force. Chief Constable of Avon and Somerset Police, Sarah Crew, joins us now. Good morning to you. I have to say that there are a lot of uncomfortable scenes in this, aren't there? It's shocking footage to see that. I mean, that's one of the scenes that we could show at this time of the morning, but others are a difficult watch, I think it's fair to say, isn't it? Do you think it was the right decision to allow the cameras in to see this?
I believe that transparency, openness is critical to driving up public confidence. Certainly in the longer term, we police by consent. We have to have the public's consent. I don't think we can throw a veil over the bad things that happen, as well as, and we do, celebrate the really fantastic work that police officers and staff do.
But do you worry that it risks damaging trust even further? You know, obviously we've had, what has happened with Wayne Couzens, with David Carrick as well. You know, are you worried that with people actually seeing the footage for themselves like this of what goes on, that actually the public will look at that and it will mean that trust sinks to a new low because it's reinforcing for them what they fear is going on, and actually then they can see that it has been going on?
Well, none of those cases were manufactured for the documentary makers. They happened, as did Wayne Couzens, David Carrick. And actually, we're seeing public confidence in the police, irrespective of the documentary, falling and falling significantly. So something drastic needs to be done to rebuild that confidence. And I believe that letting the cameras in, seeing how we're trying, how we're endeavouring to deal with some of that contact and some of the challenges that we faced in doing so is critically important. In the public fear through those figures that we're seeing that this is happening anyway, so more important to show what we're doing about it.
It wasn't your decision to cooperate with the documentary, was it?
It was. The documentary makers approached us, we'd worked with them before, and asked us the question, would you allow the cameras in?
So it was your personal decision as Chief...
process is there.
Was it your personal decision as Chief Constable?
Yes, I was the Deputy Chief Constable at the time, and I was responsible for discipline in that role. So I had the casting decision on whether to let those cameras in.
Would you say it gives a balanced view of what policing is in your force?
No, not at all, because it's the exception, not the rule. It, by necessity, is dealing with the bad things that happen, which are very, very rare, but they're also incredibly injurious and detrimental to public confidence. The vast majority, the rule that I see day in, day out, is very strong, courageous policing. But we can't just celebrate that. We also need to deal with the stuff that isn't so good and that's undermining confidence.
I mean, look, I totally respect and laud your desire to be transparent and to rebuild public trust. But when the Police Federation, who represent the officers who work in your force, say that this gives a false account of policing and undermines trust in decent, hard-working officers, the large majority are going about their business and actually, therefore, ends up setting back confidence in policing, they're right, aren't they?
Well, I understand the reactions to the Police Federation. You know, I shared them myself after seeing the documentary for the first time. You know, I've worked in Avon and Somerset Police, and I care as much as members of the Police Federation about how policing is done and how we're seen. You know, it's shocking, and I expect a grieving process to follow, people to be angry, to deny, to blame. But I think that's a necessary process to get to acceptance and change, because these things do happen within our culture. They're very, very rare. And television media is full of the great, courageous stuff that policing has done. Avon and Somerset continue to celebrate that. But I also think it's very important that we address the bad things as well. The reactions within the workforce include the Police Federation's view, but that are some members of the Police Federation. Other members and other members of the constabulary have been really strong in their support, actually proud that we're brave enough to be able to do this and to show that we're tackling this. So I think views have been mixed, as they have been in the public, and we've seen a range of different views. But on balance, the reactions have been positive. OK, we will have to leave it there. But Chief Constable of Avon and Somerset Police, Sarah Crew, thanks for joining us
Thank you, Chief
this
Constable.
morning.